ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अस्माकम् अद्यतनविषयः अस्ति सन्धिप्रकरणे द्वितीयभागः अस्ति ख दीर्घ ख, परन्तु प्रथमः वयं पश्यामः पृष्ठक्रमाङ्क 218। एकनिमिषः। अस्तु, 218 218 विसर्गसन्धि इति प्रकरणे प्रथमः अस्ति विसर्जनीयस्य सः will happen when harihi. By the way, today is a sandhi day, but we will also do it next week again. It will not be only today. In that sense, we will do it again. We'll see the next time we meet also, maybe next week, and we can do some practice and looking at texts and all that, but it will also involve some self practice as well. Astu visarjaniyasya saha harihi त्रायते हरिस्त्रायते. सो विसर्ग के बाद खर होगा. खर इज प्रथम द्वितीय शश. इफ देर इज विसर्ग, सो ऑल दिस विसर्ग संधिस प्रथम शब्द will always end in visarga, and generally in aha visarga, but also e u whatever, any visarga it ends in. You have to see the second word. Based on second word sandhi karya will happen. So if second word is prathama dvitiya shashasa, then visarjaniyasya saha will happen. Sandhi visarga will become sakara. So for example, they have given harihi trayate haristrayate. Why? Because sakara is, this visarga has become sakara. Why? Because ta is prathama in that varga of tavarga. Ta is prathama, so haristrayate. Ramah tishtati, ta is prathama, so ramas tishtati. Kahachit kashchit. So we have seen kashchit, of course, is stohoshtunashtuhu. Stohoshtunashtuhu started already, right? Or is it? It already went up. Stohoshtunashtuhu. That sakara will become shakara in that sense when chavarga is baad mein. So two karyas are happening in kashchit. First visarjaniyasya saha, where visarga becomes sakara. Second stohoshtunashtuhu, where sakara becomes chakara. That is what stohoshtunashtuhu says, right? Visarjaniyasya saha, visarga will become sa. Then sa has to become something. So sa will become chakara. Stohoshtunashtuhu. Kahachit kashchit. So kas plus chit will be kashchit. Nishchalaha, same. Nihi, the visarga has become sakara. Nis. And then sa will become cha. Cha. Nischalaha will become nishchalaha. Balashchalati, Ramashete. Ramashete will come later also. Why this shakara has come, that will again come in a different sutra later in this book only. And then Ramascha, visarga becomes sha when chavarga is following. So both visarjaniyasya saha and stohoshtunashtuhu given here. Utva sandhi, this was the question yesterday also. This was a little unclear. Sasajusho ruhu, when varga ke tritiya, chaturtha, panchama. If those three are following, then, or swara, tritiya, chaturtha, panchama, in that way, if swara is following, then visarga will just become ra. They are given here like harihi avadat, hari ravadat. But visarga, that is the first word ending in ikara visarga or ukara visarga or ikara visarga or ukara visarga, in that way. In that way, if it ends, then visarga will become rakara. So visarjaniyasya visarga becomes sakara under certain conditions. Stohostunashtuhu, it will become shakara under certain conditions. Shtunashtuhu becomes shakara, murdhanya shakara under certain conditions. Fourth condition, ra. If ihi, uhu, etc. are there, and the second word is vowel, swara, then first it becomes ri. Rakara will come. So harihi asti, harirasti. We had sung this as yesterday also. Guroho bhashanam, guror bhashanam, or there was one guroho nimittam, you can say. Guroho nimittam, guror nimittam. In that way. Ha 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 nisham, ahara nisham. In that way. So this is all shashajushoruhu karya. But sasajushoruha also has a sister. We had seen this. Atorora plutadaplute. Atorora plutadaplute says, okay, if it is ikara visarga, you see like harihi, lakshmihi, guruhu, vaduhu. So all these are ikara, ukara, harasva, dirgha visargas. What if it is an akara visarga? What happens? So if it is akara visarga, that akara will become okara, and avagraha will also come for the asti, the akara that is coming in the next word. This is the difference between sasajushoru and atorora. They are sisters. In atorora plutadaplute, when it is akara visarga, that akara will become okara and followed by avagraha. Because of avagraha, so the prathama visarga will become okara. Dvitiya shabda akara will become avagraha. Both are happening through the same sutra, atorora plutadaplute. There are 3 more sutras we have to see that we have finished. These are all old sutras. They will, you don't have to expect to have mastery over all of them already, but with practice. So we will do practice next week also. When we do pratyayas also, we will do sandhi sutra also practice along with pratyaya practice, so that we get some practice of finding that specific sandhi as well. So hashicha sandhi अ के बाद रूह को ऊ हो जाता है. सो रामः वंद्यः will become रामो वंद्यः. So this is hashicha is really the first part of atorora plutadaplute. Visarga is become okara. That is all. Hashicha is like half of atorora plutadaplute. So when you see atorora plutadaplute, ramah asti, ramo asti, ramo asti. In that way, when you say, you can say it is hashicha, but the difference is in hashicha it is vyanjana. In atorora plutadaplute, it is akara. You see all the second words, asti, api, apatat, avadat, agachat, aduna, ayam. Everything is akara shabda, beginning with akara. Bandaha, vandyaha, vadati, likati, jayati, gacchati, asati, rakshati, jayati. All are vyanjana. This is the difference between atorora plutadaplute and hashicha. No avagraha. Avagraha will come if there is akara following in the second word. There is no akara here. It is all vyanjana. So there is no avagraha. For vyanjana, first word visarga will become okara. That is all. Simple. Yatva sandhi. Bo bago ago apurvasya yo ashi. We had seen this also, but just as a reminder. You will see the examples first. It will become very clear. Devaha gacchanti. Deva gacchanti. Visarga lopa has happened. Naraha hasanti. Nara hasanti. Devaha iha. Deva iha. Kanyaha ichanti. Kanya ichanti. Visarga lopa happens everywhere. But where? There is a condition. Condition is this word has to end either in aha, भोहो अघोहो भगोहो. भो भगोहो अघोहो. भोहो भगोहो अघोहो शब्द और अ या आ के बाद रू इरिया विसर्ग हो इया होता है. ई मतलब लोप हो जाता है. विसर्ग लोप it will happen. So Ramah ichhati, Rama ichhati. Shishyayate, Shishyayate. There is nothing else. It will just visarga lopa will happen. But this is aichhika, that is optional. य के बाद कोई स्वर होगा तो य का लोपा ऐच्छिक है. सो व्हेन देयर इज स्वर लाइक इह, इच्छन्ति, इच्छति, एते एटसेट्रा, विसर्ग लोप नीड नॉट हैपन. इट इज ऑप्शनल. व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन?
आकर्ष जी, they say या आ के बाद रू र हलंत या विसर्ग, but we don't have any र हलंत वाले examples.
Yes, in this
र हलंत same as visarga or they are two different things?
Yeah, so in this book they will not go to that level of detail. This book, ra halanta, sa halanta, na halanta, these are all part of a topic called pratipadika. So for example, Ramaha, this Rama Shabda is there. Shabda is actually Ramas. That is the Pratipadika. There are Pratipadikas, that is the root words. These root words may end in il, ra halanta, in certain cases. That is what they want to say. If there is ra, that will become visarga, and then that visarga will get lopa through this sutra. That is not Rachananuvada Kaumudi level of detail. That is more Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi detail. There are some things called root shabdas which are called pratipadikas. This much if you know for now, it is good enough.
And also, we have not come across too many with bo, bhago or ado.
Yeah, no, it is the exact shabda. You will not have, nabhoho. It will be nabhaha. These exact shabdas they are talking about. If you find bhoho shabda, if at all bhoho shabda comes somewhere, or bhagoho shabda comes somewhere, the exact shabda, if that shabda comes and later there is swara or vyanjana, then that visarga will get low. Boho will just become bho. Bhoho prabhu will just become bho prabhu. That is all. That is all they want to say.
The only place I have heard is like Shambho.
Shambho, but Shambho is to call, right? It is Sambodhana in that sense. But okay, you have to find Bhoho exactly Shabda. Shambhoho, Sham Upasarga Purvak Bhoho. But Bhoho exact Shabda when it comes, then it just becomes Bho in that. Where is an example? I don't know. These words are not...
don't worry.
The main thing, I'll find some example for Bho. They have given actually on Ashtadhyayi app, for this sutra, they have given some Bho Bhago. You see this sutra is 8317. They will give some Bhos Jana. Bhos Jana will become Bo Jana. Bhoho Jana will not be. Bhagos Achyuta, telling Achyuta. Hey, Bhagos Achyuta will become Bhago Achyuta. These exact words, there will be Sandhikari. So when there is Bhavagaga Apurasya Yoshi and Visarga, Swara or Vyanjana is following, when there is Swara, it is optional. When there is Vyanjana, Lopa will definitely happen. Lopa is optional in terms of Swara. So for example, in Adhyasa Bhashi also, when we are looking at it, we saw some Shabdas which had this Visarga also. When there was a Swara, like Ramaha Ichhati was given as Ramaha Ichhati only. It did not become Rama Ichhati. Why? Because it is Aichika. Aichika, there is a better word. Aichik is Hindi.
That word is very cute. Aichik, so it's okay.
Aichik is Hindi. In Sanskrit you say
स्वेच्छा ऐसा अर्थ है ना?
स्वेच्छा will be swa ichha, स्वेच्छा.
Yeah, so
Aichik, correct. Yes, ichha se, ichaya ime, aichik. But there is a better word which is not coming to the head. Okay, it will come. Though Vikalpa is that word. Vaikalpika, you can say. Vikalpa, optional. Option is given. That is a better word in Sanskrit. Vikalpa. Astu. Sandhi. Sulopa sandhi. So this one we didn't see, but this is the easiest. This is, in terms of ease of sandhi, this is easily, quite honestly, this is the easiest sandhi. There is hardly anything that is happening here. The word is definitely the longest. Sandhi Sutra is, I think, definitely the longest Sandhi Sutra, but the Karya is the shortest. Saha Patati, if there is Sa and Esha, regardless of what the next word is, Visarga Lopa will happen. Regardless of what follows. Vyanjana, Swara, Shashasa, whatever. Anything happens, Vyanjana happens, full Visarga Lopa. Saha Patati, Sa Patati. Saha Likati, Sa Likati. Esha Vadati, Esha Vadati, Esha Gachati, Esha Gachati. There is nothing in this Sandhi Sutra as apart from this little bit. When there is Swara, then this same thing, Etat Tadoho Sulopo Kora Nai Samase Hali, this Sandhi Sutra, when there is a Swara, is the same as some other sutra. Which sutra? Any guesses? Here, this one. In fact, they may have given the same example also. Saha api, so api, right? Here the example is saha api, so api. Here it is so I am. Okay. Esha api, esho api. They don't want to give the same example so that people don't get confused. But when there is a swara following, these two things are the same. So if you find like a word, in Bhagavad Gita or something, koyam, in Viveka Chudamani there is that famous question by the Shishya. He will ask 7 questions. Ko nama bandhaha, katam esha agataha, katam pratisthasya, katam vimokshaha. Ko savanatma. That shabda. Ko savanatma, ko asau anatma. Ko savanatma. So in this ko savanatma there is kaha, and then that kaha will become ko, ayam will become avagraha. So this Sandhi Sutra takes both Atorora Plutada Plute and Etatadoho Kora Naisamase Hali, Sulopo Naika Kora Naisamase Hali, both work on that Sandhi. Also for Avagraha, you can say where Avagraha is coming from. You can also quote Enga Padantayati, but Enga Padantayati will have an Avagraha when there is no Visarga. Visarga ke saath Avagraha is those two sutras. Atorora Plutada Plute and Etatadoho Sulopo Kora Naisamase Hali. This part,
The other example of this Bhakti was the Kodharma Sarva Dharmana.
Kodharma Sarva Dharmana. Exactly. Kodharma Sarva Dharmana. Correct. So, that Kaha has become O and Yudhishthira Vacha, right?
Yudhishthira Vacha.
That's 6 questions.
Yeah. You said questions in Viveka Chudamani.
Yeah, and questions in Vishnu Sahasranama. Exactly. So, these kinds of examples you will find even in Upanishads. I'm sure there will be some example in Katha or Mundaka or something. If we go through it, we'll find something. But basically, this is the rule here. If you feel we are going little fast, because it is possible to think, one after one, Sandhi is coming, I have no idea what's going on. Don't worry. We are going to see practice of all these Sandhis when we see Pratyaya. So Pratyaya practice, one by one, it will start on the next Abhyasa. Inich Pratyaya, San Pratyaya, Tumun Pratyaya. Today in Britannica there was Tumun Pratyaya, Grahitum Shabda. The Tumun Pratyaya is coming in 2 weeks. So one by one, all these things are going to come back to back in Rachana Nalakomali. And the more we stay in Pratyaya, the more Britannica and other Swamiji classes will make sense, because most of the Vyakarana questions in our Vedantic classes will be either Sandhi or Pratyaya. Nowadays there is very few Sandhi, it is mostly Pratyaya. All the Pratyayas will come, and Samprasarana came today. Grahijya Vaivyadivashti, Grahitum, that is Samprasarana. So these small, if we are able to understand these pillars, Sandhi, Pratyaya, Samasa, Samprasarana, Gana, all these pillars, then we are very good in Vyakarana for Vedanta. In that sense, we will be correct.
Naishkarmi Siddhi, we spent a lot of time on Tavya Pratyaya.
Tavya, exactly, Tavya Pratyaya. Because they will say, Mimamsaka will say, Tavya Pratyaya is Vidhi, but Vedanti will say, no, there is no Vidhi in Atma Vare Drashtavyaha, which is the mantra going on now, right? That is Tavya. So all these Pratyayas are going to come back to back, really. I think Pratyaya, Tavya and Aniyar Pratyaya are about 32 or something. Nit Pratyaya is 28, Sun 29. There is this Tumun Pratyaya will come in the middle, Twa Pratyaya, Nishtha Pratyaya, all of these are going to come back to back. So from next week, when we do Pratyayas, we will also do a little bit of Sandhi as well. We won't just forget about all this. But for today, in the 35 minutes left now, we can just see these two pages, 220 and 221. I will go a little quickly and we will see the examples, but if you can remember and you can go through it, after in your own free time, when you see these sandhis again, it will become clearer. Sandhi Vichara.
Share the numbers?
Yes, I'll share for all of this ones. I have it in my book, but not in the PDF. I will share when we go through each Sandhi Sutra. I will share those. So the first, you have the Sutra Sandhi, the numbers for these, right? Etat Tadoho and Bobago and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So these new ones we don't have the numbers. I have them, so I will share as we go. Engi Pararupam, first sutra. Engi Pararupam. Engi Pararupam is very simple. We see the example first. In all these, example will make it very simple. A and A will just become A. There is no that. A will just get lopa completely. This is a misprint. This is O. This is not A. This is O. Example is given. It will become clear. A and A will just get lopa. A and O will just get lopa. This Sandhi Sutra is quite simple also. It is like very easy in the sense, this is not a Visarga Sandhi, right? There is no Visarga here. It is just the Shabda or Akshara. For example, Pra Upasarga Purvak, and this is for Upasargas, right? There are many Upasargas like Upa Upasarga, that is in Upanishad, or Pra Upasarga, all these Upasarga, and they add with a word that starts with A or O. In this way, it will just become pra-ejate will just become prejate. That A will just get lopa. It will go away. That is it. Upa plus Oshati, Uposhati. So, I will ask some questions. Whoever can answer can answer. Pra-oshadham. What will it be? Pra-odhanam. Pra-odhanam will be? Prodhanam. Exactly. And if I want to say Upa Ekam. Upekam. That is all. Basically, when there is Pra Upasarga and Upa Upasarga and other Upasargas also, this was all in Abhyasa 20, right? 21. So pra, apa, pra, apa, ava, upa. These four upasargas are there. Pra, apa, ava, and upa. When these four upasargas come in front of a word beginning with A or O, that akara will just disappear. Lopa. Okay. Next. Engi Pararupam number is 6194. 6.1.1.94. 6194. The other thing.
Akarshi, a quick request. We are going to create a document for Sandhis, right?
Yes, we will.
In that, can we add a column and have the Ashtadhyayi rule number as well?
Yes, so you see this is the sample.
Yeah, okay.
This is the sample of all that we have done. There is another column that we will add here, like examples at the end, right? There are 4 columns here. There is one more we will add on examples. But you see Sutra number is here.
Yeah.
We will add the Sutra numbers along. But there is one disclaimer on Sutra numbers. We are looking at ashtadhyayi.com. and we are going to put the numbers in ashtadhyayi.com. But there are other databases on the Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi.com came much after the Ashtadhyayi, obviously, right? So there are other databases like this. Sanskrit Documents has got one. I think Dayananda Ashram's website has got something similar, but it is not complete, something like that. There are other databases. Sometimes the numbers may differ. Not weird, like not widely differ, but for example, EcoEnergy is 6178. In some websites, I have seen it as 6177. So knowing the numbers is not always good because the numbers may be different. Not a lot. Some numbers are different, but we don't know which ones. So it is always better to know the sutra name.
But we just stick to one database like Ashtadhyayi.
Yes, for us it is okay, and we can say, oh, Aptrintrich is whatever, 6-4 something you said. That's possible. But then when we have other people who didn't stick to this database, then it may cause confusion. And also, when we study Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, the numbers are totally different. Among the 4,000 Ashtadhyayi Sutras, I think about 1,000 to 1,500 are given in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. I've forgotten the actual number. Those numbers are completely different. 111 in Ashtadhyayi is not 1 in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. It's a different one.
Okay, one question here. In Adguna, we say A plus E equals A. But in this one, A plus A is also equal to A. So it almost feels like a bit brother sister.
Yes, exactly. So pra plus iti, but this is only for the upasargas. This is only for the 4 upasargas that are ending in akaranta. Pra, upa, ava and apa. Pra upasarga purvak, ava upasarga purvak will be like avadharanam. That is an example of ava upasarga. Apa, apavada, vada, apavada, exception.
But here those 4 upasargas are not given here.
They have given only 2 here. They have given only pra and upa. But you see in the beginning they have given akaranta upasarga के बाद. आकारांत उपसर्ग के बाद 4 है ना. आकारांत उपसर्गस are pra, apa, ava and upa.
So apa, ava
and upa. Pra and upa they have given. Apa and ava they have not. So apa avagachati, that is ava upasarga purva. Like jnanam I get, or you say ava upasarga, right? Avagachati. And apa upasarga purvak you can say some other
avagamyate keeps coming on.
Avagamyate, exactly. So that is ava upasarga purvak gamyate shabda. But if this ava was coming in front of ekam, let's say, or ava is coming in front of upodaghat, or no, not upodaghat, ava comes in front of om, in some rare case, ava om, you say avom, that is on. And the same, ava plus uma will also be avoma. Ava plus oma will also be avoma. So both are correct, but only here the exception is that upasarga exactly it has to come. Pra, apa, ava and upa, exactly those upasarga shabdas. Then this.
Avocha also easy. Avocha.
Avocha.
Avocha, I thought, anyway, it's okay, then let's stop. Don't worry.
Maybe avochuhu, like ava uchuhu, avochuhu maybe. Avocha? Maybe ucha. So, but yes, so that is the kind of example. Right? Pra, ava, apa, upa. These 4 upasargas. Idude dvivachanam pragrihyam. Idude dvivachanam pragrihyam is a beautiful number. 1111. 1.1.11. Idude dvivachanam pragrihyam. Very simple, huh? Simple sutra. Ikaranta, dirgha. Dirgha ukaranta. And rasva ekaranta. When there are dvivachan rupas of these 3, then sandhi karya will not happen. There will be no sandhi. Pragrihyam. Sandhikare will not happen. For example, Hari Shabda, Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Harihi Hari Harayaha. Hari and Etau Hari. Matlab these two Haris. Hari Etau. There is no Sandhikare. But this is specific to Dvivachananta Shabdas. If you find Nadi in Etau, then there will be some action. Because Nadi is not a good example, but some other example where it is ending in Ikara. Like, we had this, right? Sasajushoruhu. Lakshmihi Iyam. Of course, this is Visarga, so it will not count. You find some Shabda that is ending in Ikara. It is very rare. Very rarely you will find some Shabda ending in Dirgha Ikara or Dirgha Ukara, which is not a Dvivachana. This hardly ever happens, actually.
Can it be like a proper noun?
Yes.
Sorry, just Lakshmi hi aapne liya, to Saraswati.
Saraswati, Saraswati Iyam will just be Akasavarni Dirgha. Saraswati Iyam. Saraswati Iyam. It will just become that way. Saraswati Etau, there will be one sutra later. I think maybe here only. Saraswati Yetau it will become. Okay, if we come to it, we will come to it. But yes, if it is a proper noun.
Here when they say Ukaranta, it is both Raswa and Dirgha?
No, they have made a mistake here. It is only Dirgha.
It's only Dirgha.
Because Dvivachana, basically it is that. See, if there is a Ukaranta Dvivachana Prayoga, Prathama Vibhakti, Ukaranta with Dvivachana does not really count. Right? Is there any Shabda with Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam being ending in Ukara? If at all that is there, then it will work. But generally that doesn't exist. Like Vishnu Shabda, Vishnuhu Vishnu, Vishnavaha. There is no Vishnu.
Yeah.
So Dvivachana you have to see. If there is Dvivachana of Dirghai, U and A, then there will be no Sandhikara. And Etau, Imau, Amu, Imau. These four Shabdas they have given. Etau, Imau, Amu, Imau, whatever. These are all Dvivachana Shabdas. Amush, that Amu, this came, right? That along with that Adas Shabda at the end of the Shabdas, this last one was this Amu, Adas and Amu, they had come. Idam Shabda. Idam Shabda, Pullinga. Dvivachanam is Imau. I am Imau, Ime. Vishnu is Pullinga. The two Vishnus, Imau, Vishnu, Vishnu, Imau. There is no Sandhikarya. Amu is for Asau. Adas Shabda Pullinga. Asau, Amu, Ime. Ganga, Gange, Gangaha. Like Rama, Rame, Ramaha. Strilinga Shabda. Strilinga Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam. And Amu, Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam will just become Gange, Amu. There will be no Sandhikarya. Yaronu Nasike Nunasiko Va. This is a very easy, very, very simple sutra. And an important one. This is number 8445. Yaronu Nasike Nunasiko Va. 8445. What the sutra says, when a Shabda is ending in the Prathama Akshara or Tritiya Akshara or Panchama Akshara, but the second Shabda starts always with the Panchama Akshara. Ma, Nu, Ma, Na, Nga, everything. That is Na, Nga, Na, Na, Ma. All five. That is Taka, Ghaga, Nga. Chacha, Jaja, Nya, Nya, whatever. Tata, Dada, Na. Thata, Dada, Na. Papa, Baba, Ma. I have confused. Thata, Dada, Na. Tata, Dada, Na. Papa, Baba, Ma. Na, Nya, Na, Na and Ma. If the second word begins in any of these Shabdas, that first ending will just take the final akshara of that row. Vak is in Kavarga. Kavarga Panchama akshara is Nga. This Nga, like this, like Da. This Nga is Prathama akshara of Kavarga. So when there is Mayam, Ma is a Panchama akshara, Vang Mayam. Vang Mayan Tapa Uchyate, like in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, etc. Vang Mayan Tapa Uchyate. Vak Tapa. Why Vak is only speech, so why should that become Vang? For this reason. Nga. Dik Nagaha, Ding Nagaha. Kavarga, Panchamakshara, Nga. Tatna, Tanna. Kavarga, Panchamakshara, Na. Tanmayam. Tanmay, people have names, right? Tanmay. Tanmayam is that. Tatmayam, Tanmayam. Sadmatihi, Sanmatihi. Dakara, Panchamakshara, Nakara. Padnagaha, Pannagaha, Pannaga Bhushana, Pannaga. Shatmukaha, Shanmukaha, because Tavarga Panchamakshara is Nakara. And Apmayam, Ammayam. Pavarga Panchamakshara is Ma. Is this okay, this sutra?
The words of this sutra come also.
Yes. The feeling will come that we are going just sutra, we just want to finish. But the point is, we are going to see all the new sutras today and then we will do practice later. So it is not the end of the road. Today is sort of an introduction, basically. We are just seeing all the sutras. Torli, one of the smallest sutras, Torli. Torli is super easy also. If the second shabda begins in lakara, begins in lakara, and the first shabda ends in takara, takara shabda will always become lakara. Torli will just be, ta will become la, that is Torli sutra. Torli sutra number 8460. Torli. Ut plus lekaha ullekaha, tatlina tallinaha, padlavaha pallavaha, vidvan likati. There is one extra point in Torli. So ta has 5 aksharas, right? Ta, tha, da, dha, na. If it is ta, tha, da, dha, then it will become that takara, dakara, dakara, dhakara, all of that will just become lakara. There is no problem. But if that na comes, like vidwan, likhati, Chandrabindu will come also. Chandrama will come. Vidwan likati. First, na will become na. Na will become la. That is not a problem. Just like everybody else. Na also follows the same. If it is the or the in the first word, and lakara comes in the second, then it will become half lakara, then full lakara. Illa, in that way. But if it is nakara, that action also happens, and above that, the Chandra Bindu also comes.
We had a word in the also, Kalloka or something.
Imal Loka. In Imal Loka, right?
Yeah. Mantra, not today.
Yes. Yes, it is there. No, absolutely. We'll find such thing. There is one way, this is a way to search for sutra, verses. You can find this website and then you just go search for LL and you will find something. You see, Taddaital Lokaji Deva. This is Tritiyam Brahmanam of 1328. And now we can just switch it to Devanagari and 1328 at the end, Taddaitat Lokaji Deva. We have seen this in Gridandika because we are in second chapter. This came in first chapter. Taddaital Lokaji Deva.
So here it is there on Vedari Upanishad, 587.
587, which?
Tasman.
Lokat Praiti, right? Tasman Lokat Praiti.
Here, Tasman Loka
Prasiddham. There is a Tasman Lokat Praiti. That is a Prasiddha mantra. That Putreshna Vitteshna mantra. 1517.
You were on it, right?
Yes, now.
This is Prakti.
Yeah, so 1517 in the mantra itself, sa yadaiva sadaivam vid asmal lokat praitya, that it comes in the mantra itself. So that asmal lokat, that is Todli Sutra. Here you see, yadaivam vid asmal lokat. Here also, saputrena eva asmil loke pratitishthati. Asmil loke. Chandrabindu has come over the nakara. Asmin loke, actually it is Saptami. Asmin loke. But when you mix it, it will become asmin loke. Sandhikara will make it asmin. Shashchoti. Shashchoti 8463. So most of these, as you see, they are all 8.4. That one prakarana deals with all these sandhis. 8463. Shashchoti. Shashchoti is very simple also. Consider a shabda that is ending in takara. Tat, tat, sat, ut. All these shabdas. And let's say the second shabda begins in shakara. Dantya shakara. Shiva, Shila, Shila, whatever. Shwasa. So this takara will just turn into ich. Hrasva ich. And this shakara will turn into dirgha ich. Cha. Takara will become hrasva cha. Shakara will become dirgha cha. Is the way of saying, or this takara and chakara will both go away and hrasva cha and dirgha cha will come. This is the same as tohoshtu nashtupu. Very simple to that. The first karya is takara lopa. But then you have some is or something. So that is tohoshtu nashtupu. Tat shivaha, tat shivaha, satchilaha. This is a sutra that doesn't come very often, but when it comes, it can be very confusing. What is tat shiva? Like in the Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is a sutra about pranayama. They say uchshvasa nishvasa. Uchshvasa. Why uchshvasa? Why can't you just say ushvasa? Because you can't. Because it is ut plus shvasa. So that has become uchshvasa. In that way.
This comes Shri.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, sorry. This.
Now you froze for a bit. There is a shloka which I cannot remember.
Yes, I can hear you, Ji. Go ahead. Which shloka?
Srimad Shankara.
Exactly. Absolutely. This is correct. Srimad Shankara Desikendra Virahe. That is, I think this comes in.
When you said it, it immediately came to my mind that this comes very often.
Absolutely.
Just this particular shabda.
It is exactly that. Srimat is ending in takara. Shankara beginning in shakara beginning. Srimat plus Shankara, Srimat Shankara. In our Bhashya and Viveka Chudamani end of any Sanskrit Vyakhya, Tika, etc. that Bhagavatpadacharya has written, they will all say Srimat Shankara Bhagavatpadacharya Virachita. Even when we find like the end of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad Adhyaya ending, the Prathama Adhyaya, Dvitiya Adhyaya, ending of the is a Srimat Shankara Bhagavatpadacharya Virachita. That is that same thing. Srimat Shankara, Srimat Shankara. Wonderful. Exactly that.
And also in Brihadaranyaka we have the Tat Sharire.
Exactly. Absolutely. Tat Sharira will be Tat Sharira. Absolutely. Yes, exactly that. So when we see the examples next week or whenever, we will see such examples also and make sense. Anuswarasya Yai Parasavarna, page 221. 8.4.58 Anuswarasya Parasavarna. So we have 8445, 8458, 8460, 8463 all together. All are sandhis given here. Anuswarasya Parasavarna basically says if the second word begins in yara, lava or varga ke prathama, dvitiya, tritiya, chaturtha, panchama. Basically most of it. So what is missing? Satyam. What is missing?
Can you please repeat your question?
Yes, Ji. So here you see on page 221, अनुस्वार के बाद यई यर लव वर्ग के प्रथम द्वितीय तृतीय चतुर्थ पंचम they have given. So what have they not given?
Sir, sure.
Correct. Sh, sa. And something else that they have not given? Ha. Sh, sa, ha. Then anything else?
Ksha, Nya, all those letters?
But ksha is k plus sh. That is all mixed letters. Nya maybe you can say, but something else?
But here is Pancham, is it?
No. Nya is Pancham. Ka, nya. But nya is like j plus nya. But that is also a mixed letter, right? Something very simple that they have not given here. Think simple. Correct. Swara.
Swaras.
There are no swaras here. अनुस्वार के बाद second word begins with yara lava or prathama dvitiya tritiya chaturtha panchama. That is called yai. In Maheshwar Sutrani, when we see yai, basically it begins here in this haya varalat in the fifth one, and you'll have to go all the way until here. Vara, la, ma, nga, na, ma. These are the five, nga, ma, these are the five panchama letters, right? Nga, ma, nga, na. These are the five panchama letters. Jabha, ghada, these are the five chaturtha letters. Jabagada, tritiya. Ka, pha, cha, tha, tha, dvitiya. Cha, ta, ta, and ka, pa, prathama. All of them are here, you see, from when you go from here. And here, vara, la, yavara, la. Yavarala, and all five pancha prathama dvitiya tritiya. So Maheshwar Sutrani is chaotic, but it has a great method to its chaos. And that says basically when the fifth letter, when the second word starts with any of these, then this anuswara, when there is an anuswara like sham here they are missing, ang, kam, sham, ta, all this, what happens? It will just take the form of this nga here. Like Shambho, Makara comes, right? Shambhu. Makara has come from this sutra. Anuswara se yehi parasarana. Shanka, this Purvapaksha Shanka every time. Kantaha, Neela Kantaha, Shantaha. All these are Anuswara se yehi parasavarna. Anuswara will just turn into the panchama letter of the specific varga. If it is makara, mavarga.
Sorry, because I can't see, samajh mein nahi aata hai.
Oh, sorry, I stopped sharing. Correct. Sorry, 1 second. I've been highlighting on my page and I forgot that I stopped sharing.
I can't see you.
Yes.
So we don't know if we are interrupting you speaking.
Okay, so you see this one, Anuswara se yahi.
Ma Anuswar Sandhi tha na. At that time I was asking a question which was regarding this particular sutra.
Okay. Which question was that? Can you hear me?
Yesterday I had asked you a question about the Anuswara. That was this particular rule that I was talking about.
Okay.
That the Anuswara becomes the last varna of each Vyanjana.
Correct. So that is Anuswara se yahi parasavaranaha. This is the Sandhi Sutra for that question. I didn't realize. Yes. So that is the Sandhi Sutra. This sutra makes that is similar to Mo Anuswara. Satyam. Can you hear me? Is there a lag? Can you hear? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No, your internet is very poor. Very, very poor.
Okay.
We can't see you and you're breaking up.
Okay, my video is off. I have switched off my video so that will be better.
This sentence I could.
Okay, 1 second. I am going to reconnect.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I hope you are able to hear me now. Yes? No? No. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, okay. The thing is, I think around this time they cut the power and my Wi-Fi isn't carrying. Anyway, you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
And my voice is not breaking?
No.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I hope it stays this way for 10 minutes because we'll finish by then. Anuswarasya yahi parasavarna. Yes, your question, Abhaji, on that Anuswara becoming this, the Vargasya Pratama Akshara, this is the meaning. Correct. So Anuswarasya yahi parasavarna is the rule behind that, is the sandhi behind that rule. 8458. Nashcha Vyaprashan. Nashcha Vyaprashan is the important sutra. Swamiji has asked this in Sarvavedanta Siddhanta Sarasangraha at least 4 times, I think. It makes not just that, in many Vedanta sessions, Vedanta texts, this Sandhi Sutra is common and a bit obscure. It's not easy to understand. Padant na ko ru ho jata hai, that is visarga ho jata hai, yadi chav will be given in Maheshwar Sutrani anyway, but chav is these 6 letters. Baad mein ho to. Aur chav ke baad There is a better way to explain all this. As usual, they are they are confused a little. Nashcha Vyaprashan is 8.3.7. Nashcha Vyaprashan, what it says is, let's say a word ends in kasmin, dhiman, asmin, nakara basically, sharngin, chakrin, tasmin. Let's say a word ends in these. And the second word begins in chakara, cha or ta, cha, ta, ta. All these are the same, right? Chakara, chakara, takara, takara, whatever. If the second word begins in chavarga or tavarga, but only the first, chavarga, tavarga, tavarga, but only the first 2, cha, cha, ta, tha, ta, tha. If the second word begins in any of these, then everything will stay the same. There won't be any lopa, but between the na and the cha and the na and the cha, there will be shakara. Jaise stohosh chunash chupu. Shakara will come in. Between the na and the takara, there will be sakara. And between the na and the takara, there will be shtunashtuhu ke murdanya shakara. Shtunashtuhu. That I don't think they have given here. They have given chakara and sakara. Shakara maybe comes later. Kasmin plus chit, kasminschit. Dhiman plus cha, dhimanschcha. Asmin tarau, asmins tarau. Tasmin tatha, tasmins tatha. So I have got a question. Anyone can answer. Tasmin chindati. How will you do sandhi karya? There is an example. Mundakopanishad mantra is there. Vidyate hridaya grantish chidyante. So which sutra is that?
Chiddan.
That full mantra is Vidyate hridaya grantish chidyante sarvasamshya. So grantish chidyante, that is stohosh shunashtuhu. Shakara has just become chakara. But if the first word ends in nakara, right? Like kasmin, tasmin. In that sense, after the nakara, the shakara will also come. Earlier for Visarga Shakara came, here for Nakara also Shakara comes. This is Nashchavya Prashana 837. I think we are going a little fast, right? I don't know if everyone is
I did not understand this one. Can you explain the Mundaka Upanishad example once again, please?
Mundaka Upanishad example is not for this. Mundaka Upanishad example is for Stoho Shunashtuho. Bhidyate Hridaya Grantihi Chidyante.
Here you had asked a question. Could you repeat
Sorry,
the
yes.
question and solution?
Tasmin plus Chidyanti. Tasmin plus Chidyanti. How would you do Sandhi Karya? Bhavani Vavatu Abhaji. Tasmin Chidyanti. What will be the answer?
So mixing two here, two of them.
Yes.
Tasmin Chidyanti.
Exactly. Sandhi Karya, because we have Vedanta Sanskara, these Sandhis come a little easier to us. But is this exactly correct? One more question. Kasmin Sati. No, sorry, not Kasmin Sati. Kasmin Tabhyam. Kasmin plus Tabhyam. This doesn't make grammatical sense. Satyam. Exactly. So when there is Takara, you will add Sakara. If it is Chakara, we will add Shakara. Vashari. Vashari 8.3.36. Visarga ke...
Just to close that out.
Yes,
for Takara, we add Sakara.
Correct.
And for Chakara, we will add that Sha.
Correct.
Correct.
Absolutely. Vashari. Vashargi. विसर्ग के बाद श श स हो तो विसर्ग को विसर्ग और स दोनों होते हैं. It's a little confusing. Anyway, just see the examples. This is the example that came little earlier. Harishete. Harihi plus Shete. What happens? Both are correct. If you keep it separately, then it is correct. If you add them and you say half-ish, which is how generally it is done, that is correct. Ramaha Shete, Ramashete. Half Shakara has been added. Basically, Visarga plus Chakara, you will add the half Sh through Stoho Shunashtuhu. But if it is Visarga plus Shakara itself, then also Shakara is added. But this is not Stoho Shunashtuhu, this is Vashari.
So what is the number for Vashari?
8336.
So this is a bit of Aichik then.
Yes, it is Aichika. But this is Aichik only for Shakara. That is Dantya Talavya Shakara. But it is not Aichika for Murdhani Shakara. Murdhani Shakara, it is compulsory. Ramaha Shashtaha. Ramaha Shashtaha means the sixth Rama. Sixth Rama, you say Ramash Shashtaha. Half of the Shakara will just get added. So when you see the most important thing here is this kind of abhyasa and where to split. There it will become more important. So when we do the Sandhi document next week or whenever, we'll find such examples where we will only have this one word and you just highlight whichever word is getting the Sandhi Karya. Whichever Akshara is getting the Sandhi Karya. In that sense, if we do, it will be simple. Sha, Sha, Sa. Dantya also. Balaha Swapiti, Balas Swapiti. This may have come in Bridanyaka when that Ajatashatru was waking that, was showing Gargya by, that Swapiti and all that. Maybe this had come. Balaha Swapiti, Balas Swapiti. Is gets added. Sakara, Shakara, Shakara. When do they get added? When the the Punaha Shabda begins in one of those. If it begins in Shakara, that Shakara will just get added. Shakara, Ishkara will get added. Sakara, Iskara gets added. Next two almost always come together. Always. 95% of the time, Rori and Dralope Purvasya Dirgho Naha will come together in the same word. Many Kathopanishad Vakyas will have this. Bhashya, Tika, many times this comes. Ishavasya, Katha, maybe in Bridanyaka. Most Upanishads will have it because it's quite regular and it is very distinctive. You know that this word will be this sutra only. It's very kind of distinctive. The others are a little confusing, like asmin sarau, which sandhi is this? I don't remember. Or, it is Nashchavya Prashant, but we'll say, okay, maybe I don't remember. And this Vashari, maybe I don't remember. But these two, very hard to not remember that this is the order, because it's a very distinctive kind of result that they give. Rory is 8314. Rory 8.3.14 is Rory. But Dralope Purvasya Dirgona is not very close to it. Dralope Purvasya Dirgona is 6.3.111. They are very similar. They are like really best friend sisters kind of sutras. The thing is, the numbers are not close by, but they will almost always work together. What happens? र के बाद र हो तो पहले र को लोप हो जाता है. So the example they have not given here. So we will see the Ashtadhyayi app, right? Rory. You see this Punar Ramate, right? Punar Ramate, if it is coming, again is enjoying that way. Punar Ramate. First you get, Rory said, पहले र को लोप हो जाता है. So, पुनरमते. This र will just go away. Punaramate. Dralope Purvasya Dirgona says, but if something like this comes, this na will just become na. Dirgha. Purvasya Dirgha. Dralope na. First Punaramate becomes Punaramate through Rory. But that same Punaramate is not done. It will become Punaramate through Dralope Purvasya Dirgona. Shambhu. Shambhur Rajate. They have given. Shambhur Rajate. That becomes Shambhu Rajate, but then it will become Shambhu Rajate because of Dirgha. It has to become Dirgha, so the Ukara, Hrasva Ukara will become Dirgha Ukara. Matur Raksha. Matu Raksha.
The word Punaha.
Haan. Punaha?
No, you see the word Punaha, he can understand Punar. That is kind of there. But
yes.
for Shambhu, I would not have intuitively looked at Shambhur.
No, you see,
Shambhur. If I see the word.
Yes. No, so this Shambhur is through a karya called Itsanya. You see here, they have given Itsanya Lopaha. We have not got to that yet. But that is the rule. Intuitively, yes, we don't say it is Shambhur. But any word, generally the Pratipadika will end in ir or is or in that sense. It will just not generally end in swara. Usually that doesn't happen. Unless it is Dirgha, and there are exceptions of course. But generally those words will end in one of these Vyanjana Halanta rupas. Rakara, Sakara, Nakara in that sense.
So this Antar Rashtriya, we never say like this, we say Antar Rashtriya.
In Hindi?
So real, say Antar Rashtriya.
Antar Rashtriya is the Sanskrit shabda. Antar Rashtriya. Shambhur Rajate, Shambhu Rajate, Harir Ramyaha, Hari Ramyaha. In that way. Hari Ramyaha. First, Harir Ramyaha just stayed, this Ropa began. This La got a Lopa, right? Through Rory Shabda, this first Ra went away. Through Rory Sutra. This Ra got Lopa. Because they said, Ra ke baad Ra ho to, I'm reading from here, Ra ke baad Ra ho to, pehle Ir ko Lop ho jata hai. So Harir Ramya, here there is a Ra, here there is a Ra. So this Ra gets Lopa. That is through Rory. But then, D या R का लोप हुआ तो उससे पूर्ववर्ती अ ई उ को दीर्घ हो जाता है. So पूर्ववर्ती ई here हरि. Hari will become dirgha Hari through Dralope Purvasya Dirgona.
So in this the trick really is, as long as the second word starts with a Ra.
Correct.
Something should be there.
Absolutely. If the second word begins with an and in the Bhashya Tika, this will be given in this way, you know. Shambhu Rajate is how it will be presented.
Yeah.
Antarashtriya, they are given, but there should be a gap here in the middle. Anyway, Antarashtriya is okay. This is a more relevant example. Like Punaramate, this is given. In Bhashya Tika, such words will definitely come.
By the way, Akashji, my timer just rang. We have Swamiji's class now.
Yes, we have to go in 5 minutes. We are done. This is the last Sandhi Sutra of today. Punaramate is a distinctive Sandhi because it's the only Sandhi where the words are not joined, except Mo Anuswara. Mo Anuswara, at least you know there is a Anuswara. Here there won't even be an Anuswara. It will just look like a normal 2-word sentence, like 2 different words. But actually there is Sandhi Karya here. This is why this thing is distinctive. Everything else is one word. All these Sandhis we saw are one word, except Idu De Dvivachanam Pragrihim and Rori Repasya Lep, Rori and Ralope Purvasya Dirgana. And of course, Hashicha, Bo Bhagwan and all are 2 words. But there the Visarga is there. Visarga Lopa happens. Here there is no Visarga. It is Ra Lopa that is happening. Okay, we have 4 minutes. We have gone through all the Sandhis, right? All Sandhis given in Rachananuvada Kaumudi are done. They are done. Now what we require is next week when we meet, or next week or whenever we meet next, we will see practical examples of these Sandhis and we will do them along with the Pratyas. There is no need to do it separately. Document I will share with you maybe this weekend, maybe today or maybe Monday, because we are not done with the practical. So we can wait till next week to finish this document, but we will create one like the example that I showed. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakaro Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gurudatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomatyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om